All right. Hey, it is Jim, and hopefully we are recording here. If you have not checked out the 10 predictions for Cleveland businesses in 2026 yet, you need to go check it out. Just go to letsgocle.com. And I'm talking to you today about why Cleveland is the most human city in America and why it's about to matter more than ever going into 2026. Again, my name is Jim Kukrill. I run a site called letsgocle.com. I'm doing a event in Cleveland in January called the Cleveland Marketing Summit. And one thing I want to just focus on today is the first of my predictions. Okay. So if you scroll down, you get to my predictions where I say being remembered is more important than location. Being remembered will matter more important than location. So your business address still matters. Yeah, it's cool if you're on the water. It's cool if you got a great view, of the city. But I just want you to hear this. Like, it no longer guarantees choice. Okay. Clevelanders increasingly are choosing places that they already remember, right? Places they've heard about, places someone recommended, places that feel familiar before the door ever opens. Because memorability isn't just about a great product or a strong drink in Porco's case, or a waterfront view in Alley Cat or the Harp or whatever. Cleveland customers expect those things, right? They expect those things. What separates businesses now is experience layered on top of those expectations. In other words, it's okay to have decent food, but there has to be something more, right? Margaritaville had a cool theme. It was a good idea. It had fake palm trees and Jimmy Buffett music, and the food was, I guess, decent. But the drinks were overpriced. It was in the flats, and it's just not enough, right? Porco's Tiki Lounge is really a good example. When you walk through the door at Porco's, you really feel like you're walking into another world. It's immersive. It's very specific. It's unmistakable, especially here in Cleveland, and it creates a memory that customers carry with them. And it keeps Porco's top of mind, even though it's not really centered in the city's busiest spot. It's like, 4 blocks down from the West Side Market, right? And it's really kind of hard to find. And the reality is that location still helps in some cases, but it doesn't protect businesses the way it once did. The flats proves that, right? All the closies in the flats, right? We've seen an up and down of the flats over the years. And the flats, there's not many areas in town that offer better visibility, natural advantages right on the water, but we've got all kinds of closures going on down there. And we can argue if it's the parking or someone says it's the crime, whatever. You can make all those arguments, talk all day long about what it is. The reality is that people are making decisions differently now, right? Customers decide if they're going to even leave the house. They're like, am I even going to go out? They're guided by memory. Wow, I had fun at that place, or that place was interesting or different, right? They're guided by reputation and recommendation from others. My one of my favorite places is Johnny Mango. Food's excellent, but the experience is great too, right? Boulong, food is excellent. The experience is great too. They're both out of the way places. Boulong, especially on the east side, way past Slyman's out there. They attract locals and visitors, not because they're perfect in positioning and where they are, but because they're talked about, they're shared, they're recommended. Right? If you go look at Porco's, if you haven't been to Porco's Tiki Lounge, you need to go check it out. The drinks are super strong. This is like walking into another world. It's an exotic hideaway. I can't say it any better than what they say right on their own page. It's like walking into a different world. And it's a memorable experience with cocktails that are really strong, pricey, but really strong. You get what you pay for. Clevelanders love getting what you pay for. Absolutely. But it's memorable. If you're watching this right now and you own a bar or a restaurant, I want you to really think about this for a second. What is memorable about you? If you are McCarthy's in the Flats, across from the Harbor Inn, what is memorable about you? Harbor Inn's memorable because it's the oldest bar in the city, right? What's memorable about your restaurant? Is the food decent? Okay. What else? What moments have you created? What difference have you created? What experiences have you created? What rituals have you created for people? What social proof and persuasion have you used to show people that you're different and create a memory for people? Okay. In today's Cleveland, being remembered through experience and story and community connection matters way more than where you have your shop. Way more. Doesn't matter if you got the best location in the city, right on the water, looking over the walleye in the river. Location plays a role, but memory is what earns the choice. Memory. This is one of the things we're going to talk about at the Cleveland Marketing Summit coming up on January 23rd. We still have some tickets left to this. You don't want to come to it, don't come to it. But if you own a Cleveland business and you are not doing these types of things, you're in trouble in 2026. Sorry, you are. Sloppy Bob's did a giant pierogi drop from the sky on New Year's Eve, and everybody was talking about it. They now have created a ritual that endears them to the city, to the loyalty of Clevelanders, to the people in the neighborhood, and people now feel part of a tribe. I was there. I was part of it. I remember that. I watched it online. What are you doing in your business that creates moments and memories like this? If you go to letsgocle.com, there's a video I have in here, and I talk about the 5 steps Cleveland businesses can use to compete with Netflix and Amazon, which, by the way, that's who you compete with. People are deciding to even leave the house. There's a reason after COVID that so many people stopped leaving the house. They would go local. They got used to staying local. That's why all the big giant breweries and places in towns where you live, everyone just goes there. They don't venture out past it. They want to stay close. It's comfortable. It's safe. It's closer to the couch. It's closer to that blanket. It's closer to that Netflix where I could hit the button and stay home and watch TV and just be comfortable and safe. You're not competing with the bar next door. You're not competing with the HVAC contractor around the block in the city. You're competing with Amazon. You're competing with Netflix. You're competing with frictionless consumerism. Until you get this through your skull, you're going to struggle in 2026. And it's a tough pill to swallow for a lot of business owners because they, rightfully so, think my product's amazing. My service is amazing. My food's great. We're the best at what we do. But I'm telling you right now, it's not enough. It's not enough in 2026 because you're not competing with who you think you're competing with. And if you come to the marketing summit, we're going to talk to you. You don't have a marketing problem. You have a memory problem. People are seeing you post on social media. They're walking past your shop in Gordon Square. They hear your name once, then they forget you. In this one-day session, what we're going to do is it's going to be a working session. You're going to leave with clarity about who you are, what you stand for, and you're going to have an offer that fits for you. Okay? Because Cleveland businesses are closing every single week. Attention is fragmenting. People scroll past 300 things in a day. I wrote a book called Unskippable. People skip, swipe, swipe, swipe. Your one post or that one viral video that you paid an influencer for is not the difference for you having success in 2026. It's not. Loyalty is fading. The places that people love are closing because love doesn't pay their rent, right? The old playbook is dead. Good food, great service, and good product, none of it guarantees survival anymore. You're going to have to close the gap one way, and one of those ways is through creating positive memories. If you want to come and be part of this room, this is for people who get this stuff. If you don't agree with any of this stuff, you shouldn't come to this event. But if you're sitting there now and you're watching this and you're like, I got to do something because less and less people are showing up. And my sales are going less and less every single year. This is built for businesses like yours. If you're an owner, a manager, or you're part of the ops team or you're a marketing lead, this is the place you need to be. If you're a brewery, a restaurant, retail shop, if you're a startup, if you're a creator, if you're an influencer in town, all the influencers in town, my gosh, what story are you telling? You want to make more money? Followers aren't going to get you everywhere. You want to make money? You want to build a brand? You want to tell stories beyond just going in, wash, rinse, repeat, eating somebody's pizza every single week? Realtors, what story are you telling? Fitness studios, event companies, hospitality groups, hotels, local brands, musicians, I don't care. If you're building something in Cleveland, you've got to make a shift in the way that you think about growing your business in 2026 before it's too late. There are a lot of hard truths that you're going to hear at this event that you're not going to want to hear. Followers don't pay the bills, influencers. Engagement doesn't either. You can have 50,000 followers and you could still be broke. Does that hit home for any of you guys watching this? Retail shops. Amazon has everything you have, but they do it cheaper and faster. Supporting local isn't a strategy, unfortunately. As much as we believe in that and Let's Go CLE, you got to be a destination. Realtors, your face on a bench isn't a brand strategy. Fitness studios, most people quit after 3 months. Every studio claims they have great trainers and amazing community. You want people who stay for years. Here's what you can expect at this event. And I'm telling you right now, by the way, if you're still watching this, you're a believer. And you should come to this event because you're going to buy a ticket. And if you show up and if you don't find value in it, walk up to me after the event and tell me, and I'll return your money. That's how much I guarantee. If you show up, be present, listen, take notes, and be ready, you're going to walk out of this thing with massive, massive value. But if you don't, I'll return your money. Absolutely. Because that's how much I believe in what you're going to learn in about 5 hours at this event on January 23rd. You're going to get brand clarity. You're going to learn how to make one clear offer. You're going to get a way to measure what actually matters. Here's what the day is going to look like. It's all on the website, letsgocle.com. It's at Forest City Brewing. There are limited seats left. You need to come to this event if you want to change things in 2026. I'm the host. You can learn all about me. I've been doing this a long time. We got special guests coming. Tyus Fritz, one of the top, if not the top online marketer in town for over 10 years, been running paid ads, building websites, AI. This guy's excellent. He is literally the best at what's actually working right now with social media and ads and attention in town. And this guy's going to get on stage and go, here's what's working, here's what's not working. Here's where you're losing and spending money where you shouldn't spend money. Tyus is amazing, and he's going to totally lay out exactly what's working. Stop spending money on things that don't work. Tyus is going to show you exactly what to stop doing, where you're blowing money, where you're not making money, the things you need to spend time on. Amy from Clevelandish is going to be here. Holy moly. Amy, I think it's over, I got to change this. It's over 50,000 subscribers. She sends 5 emails a week. She knows exactly how to talk to people and curate communities. She knows exactly how to communicate with an audience. She's going to show you exactly how she does it. She's going to show you how she talks to them and builds her community, how she built her tribe, and how she makes money from it, right? This is all about, it's all great, fine and good to just do fun stuff. But at the end of the day, we're running businesses. Amy's going to be there. She's amazing. She's going to show you how she built this massive community, which, by the way, email is the way to go. Email is a platform that you'll make money with forever, and you'll build a much bigger, stronger brand. I'd rather have 1,000 email subscribers than 10,000 followers on Instagram any day. Jay Thorne is coming, one of my great friends. Jay Thorne is a guy who's written millions of words, a horror post-apocalyptic author. He's a master storyteller. He's going to show you the formula for how to write stories. It's not that hard when you think about it. There's a 3-story method, right? Beginning, middle, end. Your business needs to have a story. We're going to teach you how to tell that story. Jay is literally going to break it down for you and go, here's your story from beginning to middle, end, how to build a brand around it. It's going to be amazing. And then Brittany and Chris from Golf Cart Girl CLE. These guys have taken so much risk and built an amazing business here in Cleveland. I want them on this stage because I want them to tell you the story of how they became entrepreneurs and the gut and the grit that they have and the hard work and the effort. And they're going to show you what it takes to be successful in Cleveland. You're not even going to believe what they did to start this business and how they've grown it and the hustle that they put in, how to be resilient, how to be committed to your dream. This is going to be an amazing event. Come here and be part of it. All the details are at letsgocle.com. Hopefully you'll read through the rest of my 10 predictions for Cleveland businesses in 2026. And I hope you come to this event. Grab a seat before they are all gone, because I think it's like 16 days out, and we're going to sell out by next week. The early bird ends in 6 days, and we'll probably sell out by then. Again, come to the event. If you don't think the event is worth it, I'll return your entry fee. This is for everybody in Cleveland who's built something, who wants something better. Thanks for listening. I'll be back tomorrow where we'll talk about my prediction number 2. And I'll see you at the show. Let's go. I'm excited.